Hi everyone, my name is Katy. Thank you for being here with me today. So today's practice, we are going to focus on our low back, okay? So this is kind of a pain point practice. If you have, obviously if you have low back issues, make sure you're okay to do this before you start, talk to your doctor. The other thing is I have had 3 times in my life where I have thrown my back out. So these are the things that I do to help prevent that so that doesn't happen again. This was a long time ago before I started practicing, but I've really found that the moves in this practice really help. Number one, they build core and glute strength. Our second core is our glute. That helps support our low back, okay? So we don't throw it out and we don't end up in bed for days on end, can't move. So anyway, if you have 2 blankets or towels, if you want to pause me and grab them. If you have a block, we'll use it, but we can still do the pose that we're going to do without the blocks. You don't need it. And this is going to be kind of our yingga type practice. So some of the poses we're going to hold a little bit longer. Some of them we're going to do more of a flow style, okay? So let us go. All right. So first, we're going to start in seated. So if you have your blankets, go ahead and start to roll them up. So we're going to come to a half butterfly. So extend your right leg out, put the rolled up blanket under your knee, okay? I found that when I did hurt my back, sorry, my earring came out. When I did hurt my back, I wasn't able to go forward too well with things or go side to side, like let's say get up out of bed, that motion. My hips going, stacking on top of each other was not good. So we're gonna do poses where our hips don't go that. So I'm talking like we're not gonna do any balancing half moon, anything like that, okay? So from here, we're just gonna gently walk yourself forward. And even if you don't wanna go forward, if that is pulling too much on your low back, you can go to the side, which felt kind of nice when I had some low back issues. So this will be our yin part of our yingga. So we're gonna be here for a minute. Take your other blanket if you want some support. And then let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So just switch your blankets around. And this is great to do preventatively also because it's going to really strengthen, like I said, core and the glutes. Okay. So bend your right leg in, your foot is the inside of your left thigh. Okay. Take your left leg as wide as feels comfortable. Okay. Even if you want to put the other blanket under your right knee, you can do that too. Just kind of play with it. And then just fold wherever you feel like it, or even if you don't want to fold, you're still opening up through the hips by doing this, okay? You're still, you can just sit right here too. So when I had hurt my back, anything that was a forward fold also was not my friend. So we're not going to do any child's pose today, okay, any forward folds. We will do a an Uber Utkantasana, which will be really a great way to strengthen our hamstrings and our glutes. All right, so we're gonna move all these blankets out of the way for a minute. And we're gonna come to tabletop. So just bring yourself around to tabletop. And if you want some cushion on your knees, spread out one of your towels or blankets. And here is where, if you have a block, grab it. If you don't, you can just come to a low lunge. So we're just gonna come into low lunge for a minute here. So if you have a block, and if you want to get a little bit deeper into your back bend, a little bit deeper into your hip flexors, bring your foot onto your block and then tuck your left toes and walk your left leg down. So you can either be on the first setting. If you want to go even more into your hip flexors, we can go onto the medium setting, but just brace yourself so you don't flip off of it, okay? From here, we're just going to really sink in. So a lot of times the type of low back issue I got is that actually my muscle was tightening, so it was pulling it, so my hips were uneven. So it looked really ridiculous, but this is really going to help open the hip flexors and help to prevent that, okay? If you get the same thing that I used to get. Okay. Remember to pull your low belly to your spine and point your tailbone down. We're going to hold this one a little longer too. So this is going to be a yin aspect of our yingga. And your right hand can go to your right knee, and your left hand can go to your hip if you want. If you want to raise your arms up, you can. And just try to let your arms kind of be like a Y, like, you know, when you do the YMCA, they're not straight up by your ears. Let them relax out a little. Just pull your elbows back a little bit. If you want, open a little bit more through the heart center. And let's bring your hands inside and then brace yourself and then tip your block to the side if you're on your block. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So move your block to whatever height you like, where your left hand was. And again, if you're not on a block, we're just doing a regular low lunge here, okay? No worries. It's helping too, so don't feel bad. So your left hip, if you're in your regular low lunge, your left hip is pulling back. Your right hip's gonna go a little bit forward. Okay, and we're engaging the glute of our right leg, okay, on the right side. That's going to support things. Arms can do whatever you want. You can find your fingers. We can go back to our YMCA arms, elbows back a little bit. Again, if you did the block on the other side and you want to do that on this side, go ahead. I'm just showing this for if someone doesn't have a block, okay? And then let's land your hands inside. If you're on your block, kick it off, okay? And you can move it out of the way for now. And then bring your left leg back. We're gonna tuck your toes, lift yourself up to downward facing dog, okay? And we're gonna walk out our heels here, and then actually what we're gonna do, we're gonna bend a lot into our left knee, and then bring your right hip a little bit to the up to the right. Bend a lot in your right knee, left hip's gonna go. So you're kind of just rotating through on your toes and your hips here. Just really gentle and nice. Okay, they're all staying in the same, almost like they're in between two panes of glass, right? They're staying in the same plane. Just rotating them up here. All right, and then press your heels back again. And then we're gonna walk our feet to our hands. And remember, keep your knees bent. We're not gonna do forward folds today. Knees bent, hands in front of you, heel toe your feet a little bit wider than your hips, okay? And we're just gonna bring our forearms to the tops of our thighs. And really just push everything to your bum. Lift up your toes, okay? Everything goes back. So we should be feeling this in our glutes and our hammies, not our quads. If you're feeling up here, push it back more. You need to balance yourself. Imagine you have a towel in front of you. You're going to bring it behind your head, okay? Elbows go back. Lift your toes. Press everything back. And breathe. You got this. Sink a little lower. Press it back a little more. And then let's take it up. Whew, shake everything out. Oh, let's do some gentle arm swings. We're only swinging at our shoulders. We're not going to swing into our low back, okay? Almost like a little arm shoulder roll here. Okay, we're going to take our left foot back. I want to come to warrior 2 feet. So your heel of your front foot intersects the arch of your back. Back toes are to the short end of the mat, or toes are slightly to the corner of your upper mat. Left hand goes to your left hip. You're going to pull your left hip back so it aligns with your left ankle. Okay. Sink to beautiful warrior 2. And then we're going to roll. So we're going to start to straighten our leg. Our left hand's going to go down. Our right arm's going to go up. And we're actually going to roll onto our heel. And then really reach through our side body, okay? And then we're going to come back down. And roll it again. And then we're going to come back down. And from here, we're going to find the floor again and really sink into our front right hip. And we're going to press our bum back again. Press your bum back. Okay. Really get that motion going. Like everything's pushing back. Remember to keep your left hip aligned with your left ankle. And if you have your block, you can put it behind the pinky toe side of your right foot. If you don't have one, it's okay. We're going to walk our right hand to the pinky toe side of your right foot. Start to straighten your leg a little. Push your bum back again. And you can extend up to a triangle pose here. Your wrist is over your shoulder. Really pushing. All we really want to think about is pushing our bum back, okay? I know it sounds like that's all I'm saying, but it's important here. And then let's bend into your right knee. Okay, we're going to slowly come up. Then we're just going to rotate our feet. So now we're doing warrior 2, other side. Okay. We're going to bend. So your left knee's over your left ankle. Elbows can curl back a little. Again, right hand to right hip. Pull your right hip back so it aligns with your right ankle. Okay. Low belly's in, tailbones to the ground. We're going to reach forward with our with our left. Right arm's going to go to our right leg. Reach up as we start to straighten our left foot and come onto your heel. Get a nice stretch in your side body. And then bend. Inhale up. Oh, bend. Hopefully it feels good. And from there, we're going to bend. Find the ground. Oh, grab your block. You have to bend to grab your block. Take it to the pinky toe side of your left foot now. And then again, hands down, everything goes back. Really exaggerate the push back here. And then we're gonna walk your left hand. So it can either go the pinky toe side of your left foot, or it can go to your shin or your block. Push everything back, and we're gonna start to come up into triangle. Okay. Pull. Imagine like someone is grabbing your hips and pulling them back a little bit, okay? That's what we want. We want that feeling. Wrist is over your shoulder. And you might notice one side might be more or less tight than the other. Okay, just pay attention to that. Be more aware of our body. And then we're gonna bend into your left knee. And then let's just crawl ourselves all the way around, keeping your knees bent all the way around to the front. And we're gonna come to our knees down. And we're actually gonna lower onto our forearms. Come all the way down to your belly gently here. And just check that your elbows are under your shoulders, okay? We're gonna do a little bit of a tighter Sphinx, okay? But if it's not feeling good to you, come out of it. And then pull your low belly in so it's making like a half moon shape, okay? And then your hands are pressing into the mat here. Back is long, gaze is forward, tops of your feet are pressing in. And then your inner thighs are rolling in towards each other, and then you're tightening your glutes, okay? We've got a lot going on. Really tighten and squeeze your butt. Squeeze your bum a little bit more. Really squeeze. Press the tops of the thighs into the mat, tops of the feet into the floor or the mat. Press your forearms down. And then we're gonna release down, okay? So make a forearm pillow. And then we're gonna tuck our toes, all right? And what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna do some little knee lifts. Really gentle. Just lifting your knees up off the mat, keeping your toes tucked, okay? This is gonna help support your low back. We're activating the back body, leg muscles here, like the hamstrings, calves. Even a little bit of the IT band. Remembering to keep your low belly in. Do a couple more. And then let's go ahead and bend your left knee up so it's a 90 from your knee to your hip and a 90 from your knee to your ankle. You can rest on your right side of your head. Just for a moment here. Half frog pose. You can give a little hip massage if you want.
This is going to help stretch out your psoas a little bit, which is that muscle that attaches from your spine, wraps around, attaches your inner thigh, which can get really tight and cause some low back issues too. It gets tight from sitting. Okay, and then let's go ahead and switch. So bring that leg back, and then your right leg's going to come up. Again, check hip to knee, knee to ankle is making a 90 degrees on your left side. Get a little hip massage here if you want. And then we're going to roll onto our backs, okay, gently here. And if you can move your blanket out of the way, go ahead and bring your heels up towards your bum, okay. We're going to bring our arms up, make a fist, and then just bring it so the back, your triceps are pressed into the mat for stability. Go ahead and press your head in the mat and walk your shoulder blades down. We're going to pull our low belly in, and we're just going to lift up our hips, okay? Really tighten your glutes here. Keeping your knees parallel. They might want to go to the side. Let's bring them back in line with our hips. Lift a little bit more. Really tighten the glutes. This is going to strengthen our second core. Our glutes are going to help support our low back for future, for preventative maintenance here. It's like a car getting serviced, right? Preventative care. Couple more breaths here. Press a little higher. And then really slowly lower yourself down so it's very gentle. And we're going to do Savasana with our knees bent. And imagine you're just pointing your hip bones up to the tops of your thighs. And then let your hands rest. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Let your exhale be a little bit longer than your inhale. Kind of like a gentle sigh of relief. And bring some movement back to your fingers. You can wiggle your toes a little. Dig your heels into the mat. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. we're going to take your feet just a little bit wider than hip width and let your knees fall to the side gently. And we're going to slowly come to the side and then press ourselves up, extending your top leg out as you come up. We can meet back up in whatever form of Savasana you like, if it's wide-legged or cobblers, diamond, butterfly, whatever feels best to you. It was an honor to share this practice with you and this time in this space. I hope it helps with preventing any low back issues you might have. May you be okay, may you be healthy, may you be free from suffering, may you know kindness, may you know peace, and may you know love. Namaste.